Danny was 100% Italian. Danny had 3 daughters and 1 grandson. Danny was co-owner of Conti Furniture. Conti was his life and death. Danny's specialty was finishing the furniture. He operated the spray booth. Being a man, however, he never wore a mask. Being a man, he also smoked 2 packs of Marlboros a day. His lungs could not stand the stress. He was hospitalized. He did adhere to the doctor's no smoking orders, but quickly abandoned the mask at the spray booth once again. Conti made beautiful furniture. It was custom furniture for rich people in the Hamptons. Danny enjoyed telling stories about his customers. He was utterly amazed, for example, that someone could become filthy rich only by making belt buckles. That's it, just belt buckles. And that guy could buy and sell us 10 times over. When installing or delivering his furniture, Danny would pretend to be a worker, not an owner. To get a better understanding of the customer's reaction, he said. To get the tip, I said. Danny showered his grandson with affection and attention. The 2 of them would go bowling together. Sometimes they'd go for car rides to No Place Special or to Radio City Music Hall. These rides often would finish with a meal in a diner at which he delighted Vic in the way he called the waitress Dali. When Danny cooked the Sunday meal, as he often did, Vic was Pierre, his haughty French waiter. Once Vic accidentally broke the radio antenna on Connie's car. Everyone was sure he was in for trouble when Grandpa Dan got home. Grandpa's reaction? What's for dinner? Vic could do no wrong. Last time I saw Danny alive was Thursday at bowling. We bowled on the same team along with my father, brother, and brother-in-law. He loved to bowl and was pretty good at it. That night he told me he wasn't feeling right. Indigestion and heartburn, he said. He took some Briosky and it helped a bit. I didn't think much of it then, but had I been able to think it all the way through, I would have seen the warning sign. I'm not good at spotting warning signs. Danny's funeral was held in Deer Park, close to family. Everyone in attendance was aghast at this thunderbolt from the heavens. Dan was just 65 years old and looked as healthy as a proverbial ox. I stood by the guest book as people streamed in to kneel by the casket for one last moment. My dad attended the funeral but never got further than the vestibule. Dad, shouldn't you be paying your respects? Why haven't you gone in? I asked. I'm here, I'm paying my respects. He was, just not in the normal way. I probed again more gently. What's the matter, Dad? You want to tell me about it? Remember when I was so sick? In the hospital for months with that septic infection? Dan came often and comforted me. He told me not to worry. He made me promise we'd dance together at Vic's wedding. He paused for a moment. He's never dancing again. He was so healthy. We were bowling together just a few days ago. How could this be? I'm the one who should be lying there, not Danny. When Connie, Linda, and Vic arrived, I took them to the front row where we sat to gather our composure. We stared in disbelief. His hair still jet black after 65 years, his rugged good looks frozen forever. We wept openly. We took our turns at the casket. I knelt by his side with Connie. I knelt by his side with Linda. I knelt by his side with Vic. When I started to get up, Vic resisted. I looked at Vic's young face, fuzz where beard would be. I looked at Danny's face and back to Vic's face. Vic's eyes darted around the coffin, then down to his own hands and around the coffin again. When I rose this time, Vic followed my lead. But only after reaching into the coffin, touching his grandfather's hand for the last time.